Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a first impression of the IMAGIC Here I Am palette. I have pondered about the name, not really, but kind of like I've thought about it. I was thinking, yes, I think it is the Here I Am, unless it's not. Because I was thinking, well, maybe like the idea is that after you've done your eyes with this palette, you just burst into the room and say, here I am. Your eye makeup looks so fabulous. Like, that's kind of my theory on it. I showed this in a recent Aliexpress haul. She's actually pretty kind of everyday neutral for the most part. But then I think the aspect of this palette that really kind of sets it out against some other palettes, the thing that actually made me persuade myself to buy it was the shimmers. I find that the shimmers look really interesting. Ventura, which is this gorgeous kind of duochrome shimmer, and then the other ones as well just look pretty interesting. Okay, so this palette cost me, oh, I was going to say £1.57. It didn't. It cost more than that. It cost me £7.78. I got it from the IMAGIC official store. I would always recommend on Aliexpress buying from the official stores. I don't know why it looks like I've got bags under my eyes today. Like, my eyes look a bit tired, but... Oh, I've just realised I've not got the right dress on. Shit, I thought there was something slightly off. Like, how could I... You're thinking, Anwen, how do you even manage that? Like, I wanted to wear my Morticia dress, and I was thinking, oh, this looks strange. Like, I don't remember the Morticia dress having a cut in it. Oh, Shania, let me go get my other dress. Okay, so now she has arrived. I don't know how I managed to get the wrong dress, but oh well, let's do this. Right, so Swatches feels very soft. Okay, so these are the first four. They felt extremely soft and smooth, and I think they are very nicely pigmented. I have tried one other. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I've tried one other IMAGIC palette. Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, I need to concentrate. And yeah, I was very impressed with it. Oh my gosh, these swatches are actually really pigmented. I'm liking that. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I've tried one other IMAGIC palette and I actually was not very impressed with that one. So I'm hoping that this one I'm going to like. I don't know who goes into, you know, buying something and thinking, oh my gosh, I hope I'm not going to like this. These are the next four. Okay, so I think these are actually swatching really solidly. Bananas, okay, and the last matte we have is a Camel Vagina, of course, and I'm just going to swatch that one there. It looks really creamy actually. Like, that one doesn't actually look like a full matte. It looks like it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. So now we've done the mattes, we're going to move right on to the shimmers. I'm very excited about this whole situation. Oh, guys. Oh. Okay, so these are the first three. They look beautiful, and I do remember that in the last IMAGIC palette, I did actually kind of like the shimmers. So, oh, yes, bitch. Sorry, guys, but yes. God damn, they look really good. Not as metallic as I was expecting, but guys, look how beautiful this one is. This is Ventura, but I don't know. So let's swatch that one right there. She looks beautiful. She's not as, again, not as maybe metallic as I was expecting, but still like supremely gorgeous. And the last one, we have a beautiful bronze. Okay, so there we go. I do think you have a lot of a very similar kind of shade, which I know that you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, they look different, but I feel like on the eye, if you think about it, they would probably look pretty similar, you know. So just like going off the swatches, I would just say that there don't seem to be a huge variation in shades. You know, when you kind of bottle it down, like I feel like this one and this one will look fairly similar on the eye, probably like the two kind of browny ones, the dark brown, the light brown. Oh, this palette does come with a mirror as well, and it also claims to be cruelty free. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? That was a good moment. So there we have the mirror in all of its glory. And there we have my profile. I always feel like my nose is too big, but anyway, as always, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing today other than one thing is faux show. I'm definitely going to be using Ventura today because, like, how could I not? To begin, we are going to go all over the eye with this shade here, which is like the Camel Vagina shade. And I'm going to be using this concealer brush. This is by Jessup. As you know, I really think very highly of these brushes. I have kind of set my eyelids as well. Oh my gosh, I was expecting this Camel Vagina to be a little bit lighter, but it definitely is quite Camel Vagina-y, you know. Has anyone found out yet? Do camels even have vaginas? Like, I don't know. I'm going to go in with this shade next, which is kind of like a light peach. And then I'm going to go in with this shade just because I want to try and use as many as possible. But these do feel almost like clay formulated. TZ Cosmetics had a clay formula with one of their palettes. I can't remember the name because like, I have a terrible memory. Yeah, they have a clay formula, and this kind of reminds me a lot of that because the eyeshadows almost feel kind of creamy in a way. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you which brush I'm using. So this is the Jessup Soft Luxe Crease brush, and this is the Rose Gold collection. I do have a review here on my channel if you care to see that. If you don't have time to watch that, I'll sum it up in a nutshell. I love these brushes. So I've just saved you about 20 minutes of your life right there. So I am blending. Okay, yes, it's a good transition shade. Not the most pigmented, but I don't really want it to be because it's a transition shade. If it came in all guns a blazing, I'd be like, excuse me, like back right off right now. So next we're going to go into the kind of, I'd call this salmon. It's a salmon shade. This one right here we're going into. I'm just going to use that to kind of, I don't know, I'm just using every single shadow is what my plan is. I mean, these eyeshadows are blending out really nicely so far. They just feel very like soft. So that's nice. I'm liking it. Yes, I am agreeing to that. It's very nice. What do you think, coat hanger? Are you in agreement? We'll pretend he said yes. Next, we are going to go in. I want to test this shade out. This is kind of like a, oh God, I don't know, light aubergine. Should we go light aubergine? Yes. Oh my gosh, do you know what happened yesterday? So me, honeys, and the boys are just sat down, just watching 60 Days in, I think it's just called 60 Days actually, but 60 Days in Prison, where people spend 60 days in prison. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we're watching TV and we hear a bang against the window. And we're like, holy vaginas and balls, what the feck is that? So we all jump up and there's some guy who lives opposite going, and we're like, what the feck? Someone actually threw something out the window. So Honey's ran out. And it was this little kid with glasses on, just by himself. And apparently he just threw something at the fecking window. Can you believe that? And I just kind of ran out in my sequin slippers, just like stood there, like giving him the evils, like, what the feck are you doing, kid? Like literally, that was, can you believe that, guys? And we live in a nice neighbourhood. You do not expect things like that to happen. But he was just fanning about, obviously. Okay, oh my gosh, I really like that. I really like that shade. I know that I've obviously like mixed it in with a couple of other shades, but I'm liking that. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so next we're going to go under the eye. And I'm going to be using my under the eye brush because it would seem a crime not to. So this is the smudger brush. And I know it looks dirty. I know. And you may think, Anwen, all of the brushes look dirty. But I did actually clean them, like, with my colour switch thing. So I have cleaned these. I know, like, probably they still look dirty. But I'm just going to use the excuse of, I think, red stains. And you cannot get it off. And I've been using the Belle Jordan palette a lot. So that's my excuse and I'm sticking with it. So under the eye, we're going to go back in with this beautiful What did we decide on for the shade? I don't know. Did we say aubergine? Like light aubergine? Like mild aubergine? I don't know, but we're going in with it. It'll be interesting to see this shade as well, you know, on its own without any other shades mixed in. This is one of my favourite brushes in the set that I got as well. It's just a perfect little smudging situation. Okay, there we go. I want more. So I am going to go in with Tender. This one. Shade names in this palette are kind of bizarre. Like, you've got some very basic ones like Velvet, Fresco, Beige. But then you've just got some random ones like Snaked, Striped, Blunt. Actually, that's a little bit bizarre. Oh yes. Hello. Right, so I'm going to do a cut crease. Okay, so I've done the cut crease. And I've got like a blob of concealer just on my eyeline. Is it eyeline? I don't know. So we are going to dip into Ventura. And I'm just going to try it dry first. Should I just use my finger? Like, okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just patting it on. I can't really see what I'm doing because I'm insisting on making life difficult for myself and not looking in the mirror. Oh gosh, this is actually really pretty. Oh yes. 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 I like it. I know it's not really looking so bombastic probably in the camera, but sorry guys, like really sorry. Oh my gosh, this is really pretty. And this, it doesn't have any fallout whatsoever, which is very lucky considering I've done my foundation first. Oh, I really like that. And I've not even wet my brush yet, but I really like it. Shall we wet the brush? Like, not that I feel like I have to wet the brush. Like, a lot of the time when I'm trying out eyeshadows, I'm just like desperate to wet the brush. But today I'm kind of like, I don't need to, but I'm going to anyway because I'm obviously some kind of wetting the brush addict. Okay, so I've wet my brush and we are dipping back in. Oh my gosh, like this is a bizarre shadow. Look, can you see when I'm like swirling my brush in there? There's nothing coming off whatsoever. This is a strange formula, but I'm liking it. Oh, guys, I love that. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Like if you want to have like a really beautiful like duochrome, like purple, light blue kind of look, this is it. This is where it's at. It actually reminds me a lot of my favourite shadow in the Magic palette by Divine's Place, which is this one right here. It's kind of very similar in a way. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to complete the rest of my face and then I will be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I have finished the look. This is how she is looking. I am so impressed with this palette. Definitely kind of went into this feeling very optimistic. I think the swatches were really, really impressive. And I know that, you know, you can't really tell too much by swatches, but when I compare the swatches to some other palettes that I've swatched, these just had a real kind of a pizzazz to them. Definitely feel like this is a wonderful palette. I know that there's still quite a lot of the shades that I didn't use, but the ones that I did use, bellissimo. Also really like the finished look. I definitely don't feel like you needed to use a wet brush with Ventura, but it always helps. And like, I'm not the kind of person to not use a wet brush. Anyway, I really love the look. I think it is very kind of simple and quite understated, but at the same time it's just got a little bit of something with the duochrome look on the eyes. I know as well that on this eye the shimmer looks a bit more concentrated than over here. I don't know why that is, whether like the fact that I went in dry and then with a wet brush, it gave it more backbone, whereas over here it was more just like wet brush kind of action. Like, I don't really know, but it's pissing me off like quite a bit. But we're just going to pretend that they match and that we're just living our best lives right now. In conclusion, I would deeply recommend this palette. I know that quite a few of you have been eyeing it up and you just weren't quite sure. In my opinion, I would definitely say if you pay £6 for this palette, you will be deeply impressed. I'm kind of pleased that they didn't just go with, like, you know, the typical kind of shimmers like bronze, champagne, slightly darker champagne, gold, slightly less gold. You know what I mean? They've actually like gone a little bit out of the shimmer box. So well done to iMagic. I think it's great. As always, thank you so much for watching the video today. I really hope that it has been helpful to you, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. So I am going to go, and I'll see you in the next video.